Well, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds, and I would like to welcome all of you to the State House Rotunda this morning for a very exciting announcement. Also joining me this morning for this announcement is Edie Frazier, who is the CEO of STEM Connector, Jana Rieker, who is the Bankers Trust Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Mike Ralston, who is the President of the Iowa Association of Business and Industry, and Sandy Hatfield Club, Drake University's Athletic Director, as well as several of the businesses who are helping to support this initiative. You know, earlier this week, Fortune magazine released its 2014 Most Powerful Women in Business list. And on this year's list, 3 of the top 5 spots were female engineers. In addition, there was a noticeable trend within the list. Almost all of the women who were featured at the top of the list majored in STEM fields like computer science, mechanical engineer, electrical engineering, and math. As Fortune magazine pointed out, these women pursued their STEM career and passions of study at a time when it wasn't very popular, when it was far more rare, and it carried each of them to the top of their fields. And I think this is an exciting element for girls and women that are interested in STEM and great role models for all of the young women out there. In Iowa, I'm really proud to say that STEM is one area that continues to gain momentum across the state. So whether it's business and industry, teachers, parents, or students, we're hearing at all levels about the need and the career opportunities in STEM. In order for companies to grow and be successful, we all know that we need that human capital pipeline. It's hard to believe that in just 3 short years since the governor started the initiative of the Governor's STEM Advisory Council, which is a public-private partnership, how much progress we've seen reaching our goal of increasing student interest and achievement in STEM subjects while mapping that to economic growth. STEM programs focused on strengthening STEM connections between students, individuals, schools, and business and industry has reached more than 100,000 students in this last school year. And we absolutely want to do everything that we can to continue that success by eventually providing those high-quality STEM programs to every single school district in the state. I'm pleased to announce this morning, this is what really leads to the initiative that we're going to launch today. And I'm proud to share that Iowa has established a public-private model on ways to recruit thousands of mentors for young girls and women interested in STEM fields. I'm also excited to say that this is the first statewide model of its kind, and it's called Million Women Mentors Iowa, or MWM Iowa, with a goal of recruiting 5,000 female and male mentors from all 99 counties over the next 4 years. I have the opportunity of serving as the honorary chair of MWM Iowa, and this effort, it just fits so seamlessly with our existing STEM initiatives. I have named Jana Rieker and Mike Ralston as the co-chairs of MWM Iowa, and I am so grateful for their participation and their leadership in this event. In addition, we have 12 other talented individuals who have agreed to join the MWM Iowa Executive Council, and that is really the engine behind this public-private effort. In just a few short meetings, I have seen firsthand great energy and passion and excitement to really move this initiative forward. Many of the Executive Council members are here today, and I want to thank you for serving. If you want to stand for just a second, I'd really appreciate that, so we could give you a round of applause. So much for your leadership in this initiative. I really appreciate it. I'm also pleased to have Edie Frazier, who is the CEO of the STEM Connector and really the leader of the national MWM initiative with us today. So Edie, will you please join us and say a few words?
Thank you. So, go Iowa, right? And such a credit to Lieutenant Governor, to Jana, Mike, and the whole team is to have the coaches on board, to have the schools on board. So today, as your website launches for Iowa, MWM Iowa, yes, Lieutenant Governor and all here keep reminding us, Iowa #1. It starts in Iowa. So just to tell you, yes, this is a national movement. It's an international movement. We're probably going to have 2 countries on board by the end of the year. We have 25 states who have already signed up, but Iowa is the first to announce this type of infrastructure. We've got other states that are following in course, but let's just talk about the Lieutenant Governor for a minute. We named the Lieutenant Governor as one of the 100 top women in STEM and in America. And it was such a joy then to see her leadership rise, not only in what she did to get STEM going through all the hubs in the counties across Iowa, but she, as you may know, is the new chair-elect of the National Lieutenant Governors Association. Let's hear it for her. So what did she do? She got us to package Million Women Mentor packages for every lieutenant governor in the nation. She sent out from the state of Iowa a package to every lieutenant governor to set up the same kind of structure in their states, to get their STEM councils involved, their higher education, the businesses to step up and make a commitment. So Lieutenant Governor, we have named her not only she's the honorary chair of Iowa Million Women Mentors, but she is for this nation. So for that, we salute you, Lieutenant Governor. And you know, this became so important that we see the state efforts rising that we've set next March during Women's History Month in the week of March 23rd, every state is going to do a STEM Million Women Mentor Day in their states and their structures that are engaged. And then nationally on March 24th, we'll have a major national celebration to get started. It is incredible because we got this organized with vice chairs and we have 22 major big corporate sponsors, including the U.S. Department of Defense, but that we've got now 56 national women's and girls organizations representing 26 million girls who want mentors. So that whether it's the Girl Scouts or Girls Inc. or AAUW or BPW, they're all on board, and we're building an informatics map so that all their strong chapters will be shown across. If you just want Des Moines or if you just want Cedar Rapids, you'll be able to find who's available, and your state is the first to develop its own website against your goal of 5,000, and then the pledges that Mike and Jana will talk about will go against that map. So that is amazing. So do you think we can do more than 1 million in 4 years? You know, we're out, as Iowa exceeds their goals, we will exceed every goal. We've reached 171,000 pledges. So that's extraordinary. It's not only the states, but we've got all these corporations nationally across the country stepping up. We're expecting, and just very, very quickly, Defense, nobody knows where they are in mentoring. So the Department of Defense wants to make a major goal across every services, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and they want to present that to the Secretary of Defense during Women's History Month in March. But they needed to take an inventory of how many mentors, and clearly what we just championed, male mentors join the women mentors to do it. And as we've just said, it's not only the girls from junior high, it's all the way up to professional ranks until we change the numbers. What we want to say is that we are a movement. We're all about public-private partnerships, so how great that Iowa has stepped up first to announce this public-private partnership, and that we will say, salute Iowa, so MWM Iowa today, and the nation and the world to change the life in STEMs and our jobs picture in this nation to make the U.S. the best competitive economy ever. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, and to your executive team, Mike, to you, Jana, and the team, best of everything. It is just a pleasure to salute Iowa.
I was so excited when Edie said that she would join us for this announcement. She is a STEM convener, so she really is taking this nationally. And like I said, this is a national initiative, but it is led by Iowa, and thank you for reinforcing that. And we would not have been able to do it without this group standing behind me and the individuals that stood up earlier when I acknowledged them. So I did send out a charge to all of the lieutenant governors across the nation, but we are leading by example, and so we were out in front of that. So I was so proud of Iowa to step up in the way that they did. So thanks, Edie. Now Jana will share some specific details of the MWM Iowa as well as other names on the Executive Council. Jana?
Well, hi, I'm Jana Reeker, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Bankers Trust. I'm also, as they've said, co-chairing the Executive Council, and when I had the opportunity to first visit with Lieutenant Governor about serving for Million Women Mentors Iowa, I said, of course, what a fabulous opportunity for us to be able to provide MWM Iowa mentors for all the great initiatives we're already doing in STEM. I'm honored to lead this initiative for the state and to represent the banking and finance industry, where of course we need strong math skills and strong leaders. Personally, I'm proud to be a part of it as I have a young daughter, and I want to pave the way for her to be able to find leadership opportunities and STEM career opportunities as she grows. There's a tremendous need for every 100 females in college. Only 12 are in STEM majors, and 3 of them will continue in STEM careers as they go throughout their career. And so clearly there's an opportunity for us to make a difference by providing mentors for those young women who are interested in STEM careers. The website, as they've been mentioning, which I'm very, very excited will launch today, is mwmia.org. And with that, please go there, check it out, look at the opportunities. But also wanted to thank everyone who was involved in this. First of all, thank Lieutenant Governor for appointing me to this position and for your leadership in STEM and MWM Iowa. Mike Ralston, my co-chair, who of course has been tremendous in helping us connect with all the businesses across the state to provide a mentor network for us, for all the young women who are looking for mentors. Paula Corey and Hy-Vee for being the first major pledge to help us reach all 99 counties. Terry Jensen and your CIO, Chief Information Officer at Holmes Murphy, and your tremendous team for the backbone and creating the website for Iowa to launch the first statewide mentoring site for MWM. Jeanette Larkin, Publisher of Business Publications, for heading up our communications team. Andrea Stone and Michelle DeClerc for representing NAVO, as well as for helping us arrange today. Sandy Hatfield Club, who you'll hear from shortly, and all her leadership with athletics and the education connection, and of course all of the fine women and men on the Executive Council who are helping us make this initiative possible. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is Mike Ralston. I'm with the Iowa Association of Business and Industry, and I'm joined behind me by the officers and leaders of ABI, the company owners and executives from all over the state that believe in this initiative. And I need to correct something. Maybe the official title for the Lieutenant Governor is Honorary Chair of MWM, but you know her, there's nothing honorary about it. She's very involved in leading this effort. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Here's the great thing about this initiative. If you're an Iowan, if you want to help Iowa succeed, you want to support this initiative. These business owners behind me, company owners, know that we need to make sure that Iowa's young women and girls and young men and boys are involved in their careers to the highest of their potential. And so whether you're in Waverly or Waukee or Lenox or Sheffield or wherever you are in Iowa, we want to make sure that you have access to great opportunities. And one way to do that is by having a mentor that will help connect you with those. My job today is to tell you some exciting news, and that is to talk about the number that we've reached so far when it comes to our mentorship goal. You know that we have a goal of 5,000 mentors in 4 years. We're already a third of the way there. We have about 1,500 mentors already signed up. But we intend to keep going. So we want to thank several leaders who have already stepped forward. Hy-Vee's already been mentioned. We all know Hy-Vee and what a great leader they are, but they made the first big pledge of 500 mentors. We're excited about that. Principal Corporation, our own organization, ABI, Bankers Trust with Jana, Meredith Corporation, Vermeer Corporation, Pello Corporation, EMC, and our state colleges and universities, and some of our community colleges, DMAC comes to mind, have already stepped forward. So Drake University, you're going to hear from Sandy in a minute, the University of Iowa, Iowa State, and UNI have already all stepped forward and made a big part of the success happen with regards to this already big number of 1,500 mentors. So that's terrific. Thank you all for your help and support.
So again, thank you, Mike and ABI, for all of their work in really recruiting businesses across the state to really step up and encourage their employees to be mentors. Our third announcement this morning is an exciting effort that is tied to MWM Iowa model, and it's called the Coaches Mentoring Challenge, and it was created to help recruit mentors for females who are interested in STEM, and Sandy Hatfield Club is here to share more details about the inaugural Coaches Mentoring Challenge. Sandy?
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, and thank you for your extraordinary leadership and modeling for all of us in this state. As a woman in a male-dominated field, I know firsthand how important mentors can be to building confidence, to building courage, and to helping young people achieve their goals. I'm thrilled on behalf of Million Women Mentors Iowa to announce the inaugural Coaches Mentoring Challenge for women. This challenge is designed for basketball coaches across Iowa to collaborate in recruiting mentors for girls and women interested in STEM. Coaches will reach out to their university, college, and high school campus networks, including their fan base and media in their local communities. This initiative will tip off with the start of the 2014 basketball season. Drake University's women's basketball coach, Jenny Baranchek, who's with us here today, has agreed to serve as our official spokesperson for the state of Iowa. Head coach Bill Fenley of Iowa State University, Lisa Bluter, head coach at the University of Iowa, and University of Northern Iowa head coach Tanya Warren have all agreed to join Coach Baranchek to lead the first ever Coaches Mentoring Challenge. The female student athletes in our respective NCAA Division I programs serve as extraordinary role models for young people in our community, particularly middle school and high school girls. For example, here with us today, I'd like to introduce you to our Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year and Information Systems major Kendall Clark, and her teammate, 3-year letter winner and triple major in biology, neuroscience, and psychology, Liza Heath. These two outstanding women are the first two commits that we've recruited to serve as Drake University's first two mentors for our commitment as a university to bring at least 100 mentors to the state's initiative. Lastly, I'm very proud to announce late-breaking news as of this morning. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union has agreed to partner with Coaches Mentoring Challenge to get this particular initiative throughout all 99 counties through our high school coaches. Our goal is to engage all of our colleges and universities across the entire state in this initiative. So I want to say thank you, a privilege to be part of this today. Thank you.
And we are just getting started. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Ladies, thank you for being here. as an older woman, I can travel the state and talk about how exciting it is to get young girls involved, but for them to see someone like you standing there and encouraging them and seeing how successful that you've been, not only in athletics, but discipline and with your education career too, that is just phenomenal. It doesn't get any better than that. So thank you so much, and encourage all your colleagues to get out there and do the same thing. So thank you for being leaders in that. We really, really appreciate it. So, you know, launching MWM in Iowa is just another component of our statewide strategy to attract individuals to STEM positions. In particular, I really believe that mentors can guide, they can encourage, and they can open doors for young girls and women to be fully equipped for the great jobs of tomorrow in STEM-related fields and careers, and I'm here to say those jobs are going to exist right here in the state of Iowa. So not only are we going to educate our young people, but we're going to provide them opportunities right here in Iowa. In Iowa, really, and throughout the United States, we all know that STEM is a driving force behind economic growth and stability and educational success. And that's why we are creating an environment in Iowa that prepares all of our students with the necessary skills to compete in a knowledge-based global economy. This is and will continue to be an economic movement for generations to come. So in closing today's announcement, I just want to reaffirm the deep commitment the Governor Branstad and I have towards STEM and towards providing great quality jobs to Iowans all across the state. Especially in increasing their awareness of and accessibility to individuals that are underrepresented and underserved. You know, we have a great opportunity to raise the quality of life for all Iowans out there, and it starts with a great education and a good job. And we are going to continuing with the team that I have behind me to grow that message, to grow awareness, and do everything we can to provide opportunities for our young people in this great state. So thank you so much, and I think at this point, I'm going to bring the people up, but we'll be glad to take some questions that you might have regarding the initiative.
What age of girls are you guys looking at in terms of, you know, who would be the focus of this mentoring?
12 all the way through. I think Edie kind of hit a really good point in her comments. You know, we never stop mentoring and growing in our careers. So not only do we want to make sure that young people are know about the opportunities to kind of drive them towards STEM fields and STEM careers. So in high school, we want to increase the number of women that are looking at the STEM classes. In college, we want to increase the number of women, young women, that are participating in undergraduate STEM careers, and then to keep them in the STEM field. So to continue to grow them throughout their professional development and not lose them in STEM-related fields.
And what kind of time and energy is expected from the mentors? What kind of commitment are you looking for?
It's 20 hours a year is what the commitment is. Pardon? A minimum. So, but what I've seen with people that have been engaged in the STEM Advisory Council and are participating with high schools or after-school programs, once you get involved and get engaged and you see the response from the young people and how excited they are about math and science and technology, it's hard to walk away from that. So that's the minimum requirement, but I think we'll continue to see that grow as well as the numbers of participants.
So what are they going to do during this 20 hours? Are they going to be tutoring them or counseling them? Or
working with them, they can talk about the career or the field that they're in. They can just encourage them to take a look at the opportunities that are in STEM fields. You know, over the last 10 years, STEM careers have grown 3 times the rate of non-STEM careers. They pay 33% more than non-STEM related careers. So it's just about helping provide the confidence. Sometimes, you know, we'll tend to be a little bit more reserved and won't step into these fields. And so the younger that we can start working with young people and young women and young girls and help them develop the interest, the exposure, and the confidence, then we're going to see that foster into great opportunities for them throughout their lifetime. Anything else?
There are 5 pathways that we've got within these 20 hours, 5 pathways, and they also include internships, and they include all sorts of things you can do. So what's so exciting here is to see the sports side, the higher education side, the corporate side, everyone coming together and then following on the pathways and then being able to report what you are doing back on the Iowa site, which will go into the national site. And then to give back. So what great example for your two basketball, for you two stars to sit up there and say you want to give back now as mentors. So we're asking then how great it is once you become a mentee, we all have an obligation to turn around and be mentors.
I wanted to add to that too. One of the things that we've made very certain is if we ask people to give up their time, which we know is very valuable, there is a curriculum to get you started for the 20 hours. And you can use, we connect a lot with the STEM hubs, the STEM connectors across the state. Our executive council is also very engaged in making sure that we have the infrastructure in place to be able to give those opportunities. Whether it's a company and an organization that gives or an individual, there is curriculum in place either to get you started or to help you all the way through.
And to be a mentor, you need to be working in a STEM-related field, is that
No,
right?
no, not at all. The question was if you are interested in being a mentor, if you have to be in a STEM-related field, and that's not necessarily the case. STEM information is science, technology, engineering, and math. So I'm a marketing director, and my role involves a lot of technology and math. And while people may not see the definite, it's not just about science and engineering, while that's a definite opportunity for the state, it's anyone who is interested in helping to mentor young women in career opportunities in STEM.
Lieutenant Governor? And I'll get right. And that, like Jana said, that applies to so many areas. So it just about hits on everything that they can touch. I tell young kids they can't hide from math anymore.
At the age of 12, who was your mentor, and did they encourage you to take science, math?
No, and I say that often as I'm traveling around, and I think maybe that's one of the reasons I'm such a big cheerleader for this initiative. When I see teams like the First Robotics or First Lego League, when I see young women and kids participating in those scale-up programs and how excited and energized they are about working together, solving a problem, communicating, applying what they're learning. I think I could have been a scientist too. So, that's why I'm just so passionate about providing them with the opportunity. And then, you know what? They get to make the decision what career they want to go into. But by golly, they're going to be prepared with all of the resources to make those decisions. So that's what's important. And it's about having the confidence to step into those careers and then continuing to grow throughout their professional career and their professional development, whether that's serving on boards or CEOs or, this is a continuum.
Lieutenant Governor, could you talk about a role model that was influential at a young age for you that perhaps maybe not a scientist?
Well, I can, actually. It would be my father. I was very fortunate to have a mother who was a work-from-home mom, and she's very sensitive about how I describe what my mother did, because she taught me a lot of valuable lessons. But I had a dad that was, he, out of high school, went straight to work at John Deere and farmed. And he always made me believe that I could do or be anything that I wanted to be. I was the oldest child, had 2 brothers, and he just supported me in any decision I made. And I saw how hard he worked starting on the line, working up to supervisor after 40 years in John Deere. So I just appreciated both my parents. They were a team. My dad could not have done what he did without the support of my mother. She ran the home, she ran the books, and she kept us children in line. So she had the tougher job of the 2. I'm here to tell you that. But so that they at a very young age made me believe that I could do or be anything that I wanted to be. I also wanted to acknowledge, and we haven't done that, the Iowa Commission on Volunteerism, who has been instrumental in really helping coordinate. Mary, you've done a great job in with the Coaches Challenge and making all this happen. You've been at all of the meetings, so this is going to help our volunteer efforts and help us become first in the nation, because as Iowans, we like to lead in these initiatives, and that's another area we're moving, but we want to get back up to number 1. I think we're 5th. So this is an area that will also help elevate Iowa and the opportunities to volunteer. And there's a lot of great initiatives that are going on across the state, and so this is a way for us also to capture that to network that, and to elevate that. So there's a lot of great programs, whether it's Elevate Iowa or the STEM Initiative or MWM Iowa. We're really starting to coordinate all those efforts, network that, and that's how we begin to scale and see successes that I think we're going to see in the future.
Want to sign up for it? How do they?
Go to the website that Jana indicated, and it's mwmia.org. Great information on there. We're continuing to build that out. We've really done all of this in a very short time frame. So it is going to continue to, grow and have more information on there. But there's a spot for corporations to go on and individuals, and then we've got a great process map in place. And so we're going to we'll touch the individuals that have gone in and signed up and get them connected throughout this initiative. So mwmia.org.
And just to add, on a national basis, if you go to mwm.org, you'll see a barometer that is constantly changing. And so everything that goes in from Iowa goes into the national, which is very exciting. So we're looking for pledges, and then execution, and then metrics.
Any other questions? Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for being
Well, and I wanted to say there's refreshments over there. Thank you for joining us today. I think it was Hy-Vee that donated the refreshments. And also for the media that's here, we've got a lot of opportunity to do some individual questions. So please take advantage of the individuals that are standing up here to ask any related questions that you would like to. And again, if you're not engaged in the initiative, I want to encourage you to please do that. So thanks for being here this morning for this announcement.